Well, speeders who got caught aren't the only ones with passionate opinions on automated traffic enforcement like speed and red light cameras. It's an issue legislators have gone back and forth about for over a decade. Now a bill regulating ATEs is on its way to Governor Reynolds' desk. Local 5's investigative reporter Laura Bowen has more on what this means for Iowa.
Before this bill, state regulations for ATEs didn't exist. Signed into law, cities and towns that use them or are planning to get them will have a checklist of rules they'll have to follow. According to the Iowa Department of Transportation, more and more local governments have been sending them ATE requests in the last few years. Prairie City is one of them.
Previously, we were getting, 20 or 30 violations a day in the school area. Now we're down to maybe 1 or 2 a day.
Multiple law enforcement officials have told us they're effective safety tools. Others, however, are skeptical about them being more about money.
I just think that they've become more about revenue.
And they are big money makers. In fiscal year 2023, multiple local governments in Iowa got over $1 million in revenue from the devices. Some even made multiple millions. Now, however, there will be limits not only on how that revenue is spent, but how ATEs can be used and which localities qualify to use them. For instance, violations will only be enforced for people who go 11+ miles per hour over the speed limit. Plus, there will be limits on how much those violators can be fined. When it comes to the money made from those fines, local governments will only be able to use them for transportation infrastructure improvement and police and fire operation costs. Signage notifying people of ATEs on the road will also be required. Local governments will need to get permits for ATEs too. Those will be issued based on whether or not they can prove the device is both appropriate, necessary, and the least restrictive way to address a critical traffic safety issue. Iowa towns and cities that have been using ATEs since before 2024 will be able to continue using them as they have been while waiting for their permit applications to be approved. That will happen by October 1st of this year at the latest.